Clara. The scene a short time ago. This crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. 180! Watch the run, watch the run, watch the run. Kill. Shoot!
Now a man who really stepped up last year. This is Matt Breida. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 24-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
I got you. Mike's 50. 21. Watch the edge.
Garoppolo now. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. It got his man complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A big play there for the Niners. 44 yards.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
13.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Throw left side, caught by Goodwin. And down inside the 15 he goes. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
49ers first down. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. On 1st down, here's Breida. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Check.
Now Garoppolo. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 11 yards there, 1st down. Well, he did everything but get him in the end zone there, but now they're set up. Golden opportunity, strong opening drive, and they're knocking on the door.
And the way that they did it, now look where they are on the field. All right, this is naturally set up for a running play, isn't it? But with his ability to throw the football, his accuracy on this drive, you might want to think about a pass play in this situation.
Interesting. Time to find out. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Breida. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Matt Breida, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the 49ers drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll go with their leading rusher from a season ago. This is Aaron Jones. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away.
Let's go, let's go.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be... And now nothing but green ahead of him. Touchdown, 49ers. Matt Breida, 77 yards. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly for 6. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the 1st quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And not a particularly good return here as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And able to find a little space. He gets this up over the 15 to the 16. The Pro Bowl corner, Jason Verrett, on the tackle.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. The third-year back from BYU, Jamal Williams with a carry. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Tackle that time by Jarquiski Tartt.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 11 at the 41-yard line.
Break. 158. 54 Mike. You don't know no better. Check. Check hot route. Hot, hot. Out, out, out. Outside.
This is Jones. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
And it's third down.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Packers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it staring at a third down and 13. So first and second down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on third and 13. He can run for it, and he will. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up fourth.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Check three, check three, check three. 11. You got tight. You got tight. 21. Here we go.
Garoppolo gives to Breida. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. Matt Breida out of Georgia Southern now in his 3rd year in a 49er uniform. He was tough to keep off the field last year. Very good yards per carry, 5.3 on 153 attempts. Good for over 800 yards rushing.
Here we go. Three bud. Watch twitch. Watch. 21. He's coming. 21.
Garoppolo looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Thought they were going to force a 4th down. Instead, PI gives him the first.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really be demoralizing.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Breida. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
I got it.
They run with Breida. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Here we go. 180. 65. Good shot, baby. That's a baby shot.
Garoppolo on 1st down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. The man who won a Super Bowl MVP award on this very field, Von Miller, in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him.
Here we go.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Tight right. 3 down.
There's Garoppolo to throw. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Here we go. 180. Time to go night. We ain't giving up nothing today.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. CD, you know there were quite a few Bears fans back in January saying, why didn't we hold on to that Robbie Gould guy?
Well, it's a legitimate question. 33 of 34 for San Francisco in 2018. The crazy stat of the year, he missed more extra points, 2, than he did field goals, 1 in the 2018 season.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Rush in. Roy. 53's the mark.
On second down, it's Jones. And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take it. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now a draw play. This is Jones. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
The Packers on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. From the shotgun to give to Jones. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10.
Check 9. 22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. And an alley to run. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. If there was one area that the coach emphasized in our pregame meeting, it was red zone offense.
And the sense I got from it, and I think you did as well, they weren't real happy with how they were executing previously, so they put a lot of time and effort into it because getting points is paramount. It doesn't matter what you do otherwise. Don't leave the red zone without putting points on the board.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. On second down and 4. Rodgers setting up the screen here. Aaron Jones. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Now that screen there on second down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying it is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on third down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. This is taken at the 10. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game.
Here we go.
Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see what the offense gets done.
They run again with Breida. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Here we go. Wait, 80! Here we go.
On first down, Garoppolo. Wide open receiver, complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now a toss play. It's Breida. Give him 5 yards there, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Garoppolo after the fake give to Breida. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Kittle last year, what a season. 1,377 receiving yards, an NFL record for tight ends en route to his first Pro Bowl. Not bad for the former fifth-round pick. I remember that game, December, against Denver. He had that monster first half, 210 yards. Did not have a single catch in the second half, but still those 210 yards were just 4 yards shy of Shannon Sharp's. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. He's at the 30. Past the 20. But they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
The left side throw complete to Adams. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams with touchdown number 12 on the year. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. They go for just one here as it's up and good. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up a lead. You think you've got it going, and you also think at any moment I can go ahead and go back to the way it was before. You and I both know it's not that easy once you get off the gas a little.
Yeah, they don't want to see this lead diminish. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Kevin King with a pick, and his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They coming off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball. That cut down the lead. Now the defense does their part, got them the football back.
So now maybe with the touchdown they scored previously, plus their defense making that stand up and getting them the ball right back, momentum may be shifting in their favor.
At the 39-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
You get block me. You get block me. You get block me. Check. Scan 300. Scan 300.
Working from the gun. Rodgers. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Adams. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Here's J.K. Scott now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. The third quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now, those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again?
They'll be looking for something here, anything to seize that momentum back. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
Man, that's trash. That's trash.
Now a play fake. Garoppolo. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The safety, Adrian Amos, comes crashing in for the sack. And not a blitzer, but still able to get there from a strong safety position.
Yeah, I think that was a great example of what they call football IQ. Recognizing he was open, had a chance, and went ahead and got to the quarterback.
Here we go. Wait, 80. Tight end left. 3 down. One, Omaha.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Von Miller in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. Here comes the 49ers punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Aaron Rodgers, 3 fourth-quarter comebacks last year. That's the most he's had in one season in his entire career, and he's going to need another one right now. To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's going to air one out. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away.
Let's go.
At their own 16-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Here we go.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hey, watch this, watch this.
Breida, he'll try the right side. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 12.
Defensively, a dime look here. 6 DBs on 3rd and 12.
No surprise at all.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Josh Jackson. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Here's Jones. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones with touchdown number 8 on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a 1-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Looking to throw, Garoppolo, and he fires one incomplete.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Now Jones. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Adams. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Give him 30 yards there.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them a lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Jones. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Throwing now is Rodgers. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Another incompletion with that one. He's just 7 of 14 throwing the football, 50%. Typically not going to get it done, is it?
And let's just make it simple, and that's exactly why they trail.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Rodgers to throw once more. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. A 4th quarter miss like that, there is no lonelier feeling than that kicker right now.
As we all know, a lot of these games, they come down to special teams. And when that chance comes, you have to perform in order to help your team get over the top.
Could have tied it. Instead, they remain down 3. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with a game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now it's Breida. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. This defense really clamping down. Although they're losing the game still, this second half has been theirs.
And they're winning it. I almost equate it to being a boxer. And whenever you see a good fight, the guy who is on his toes and doing the punching, that's the guy who's winning, and that's the way they're going at it defensively now. Much more aggressive in their calls, much more aggressive in their pursuit.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Here we go. Watch the slap. Watch the slap. Watch the slap. Under 10. Under 10. 10. Check 37. Check 37.
Now Garoppolo. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively. Brings up fourth down.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here comes the 49ers punter now as he's on here to punt it away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect.
Right here.
Back to throw. And left side here, it's Graham. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
That first down completion only netted them 3. Second and 7.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get it.
Back to throw. His throw incomplete. He was trying to get it to Josh Malone, and it's third down. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early, and then you kind of relax a little bit, to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
You better break. I'm letting you know right now. You put a 50. Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. Hey, 7.
They'll look to throw. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a first down. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Intended for Trevor Davis. He was covered by Richard Sherman.
They will look for some important yardage on 3rd down. From here, it would be a 60-yard boot. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. They will look for some important yardage on 3rd down. From here, it would be a 60-yard boot. He's back to throw. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack. Back at the 47-yard line. Dee Ford make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it, because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
So for the Niners, their playoff chances take an uptick as they move to 7-4. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, it's a loss that sets them back in their playoff push as they fall to 6-5. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.